bitch will bend the knee to Archie any day. Hi guys, it is finally time for episode 9 of season 7 of Riverdale. I am so sorry for the wait. So many things happened that just are like wild, and it's currently Monday, so I'm hoping that I just edited the last episode of Riverdale to upload today, so I'm hoping that I can get this edited and up so that I can watch Wednesday's episode live. Can't promise anything because I'm getting yelled at by all the fandoms to react to this, watch this, you need to do this, do that. And so I'm like, I'm trying. It's hard. I'm so excited to get into this, guys. I'm getting slightly nervous that it's like episode 9 and there's 20 episodes this season. We're halfway there, just about. And we have not yet gotten any closer to them figuring out where they're at. Like, don't get me wrong, the episodes have been good. I've really enjoyed like the 50s storylines, but we essentially started the show over because they have no recollection of who they are or what they did in their life, or that they're in the wrong time period. So I'm getting slightly worried. I hope that it's not a situation where like we get them going back in time in the last like 2 episodes, because I will be super, super mad about that, because we deserve to see these people that we've loved and followed for 7 seasons happy in the end, and not just like they come back to Earth or they came back to their time period in the penultimate episode and we get them 1 episode of normal Riverdale. I am getting nervous. And I think they only have like a few more episodes to film. Or not episodes. A few more weeks of filming. And the other day I just saw a picture and like a video of Cheryl and Tony filming, and they're still in the 50s attire. Now, don't get me wrong, they could have filmed things out of order, but normally they don't do episodes out of order. So I don't know, guys. I have a feeling it's going to be like the last couple episodes that we get back to present day. And I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. But as long as they do it well and we get a good ending, I'll be fine. But yeah, I want to get right in this, guys. Just a quick reminder that if you want to see the uncut reactions to Riverdale, the link at the top of my description will take you to my Patreon. And there you can get all of the episodes I react to of Riverdale and every single other show I react to, all uncut and unedited. So the full episode we can watch together. YouTube obviously has copyrighted things in place, so I can't put the whole episode on YouTube. On Patreon is where you can watch it all with me. And it also helps me out a ton. That's pretty much my income. And so yeah, it's just, you want to support or you want to check it out, whatever. It's good. It's $5 a month and you get, like I said, every single show, all of the episodes. If you're interested, you want to check it out, definitely do so. Otherwise, they're still going to be on YouTube, just heavily edited. But let's get this episode, guys.
When you suffer a loss, as I had, the death of my
I was wondering why
idol,
we didn't see him like more upset. Obviously, sorry, I don't need to be already pausing, but we obviously saw him upset, obviously, and like shocked that he died, but he didn't seem like belligerent or like upset or anything like that. But now we're seeing it, which is good, because I was kind of like, don't you like love him? Isn't he like your idol? You know, one thing that's crazy that I love about Riverdale? They went the whole series
in the River Vixens. Your mother and I believe that it's too sexualized an environment for you.
Wow, who would have thought that? He's annoying as hell. But I think it's pretty impressive that the main characters in the show have lasted the entire series. That doesn't normally happen for long-running series. Like, someone always leaves or, you know, stuff like that. Like, 7 seasons and the main characters are still there. Even even Kevin, even Reggie, who was recasted, but it's crazy. Like, that's crazy to me. Betty, Jughead, Archie, Veronica. Obviously, some of the parents have left and whatnot, but like the main characters are all there, which is really cool. Because I would have been very upset if like one of the characters backed out of the last season or whatever.
How do you see it?
As an academic institution meant to provide a safe environment where students can challenge themselves intellectually without being morally and physically compromised.
Why are they acting like she's the town whore? They would be mortified if they found out what the other students do.
And then you flashed your underpants on live television. In short, you seem unhealthily obsessed with sexuality.
Oh my God. Really?
Sexual compulsive.
They're fucking crazy. Like, what?
What is your first sexual memory?
You're curious. That's such a weird thing to say. I'm curious. If you're gonna be a therapist to her, be a therapist, but don't be like, I'm curious. Aww. These are different actors, eh? Oh shit. Oh, if only this was real. Aw. Oh shit. The way she jumps onto him. Look at them. Ooh. My babies. I need them together already. I'm so sick of this sexuality shit. No thank you. Keep it. I like how Lily just like kissed the entire cast with this. Here we go. I like how it's like she sees anybody and has a sexual fantasy. Men and women. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Hey, we got our second Betty and Veronica kiss. Can I just say though, I don't know Camila Mendez's sexuality, but I know Lily Reinhart is gay, right? Bye. You can tell in this kiss that she is partially gay and that Camila Mendez is most likely not. Just watch this. You can see who the girl kisser is. You show me that and say which one's bi, I'll find it right away. Oh my god. Ew.
Betty,
I was gonna say, is she gonna kiss
how
Dilton?
often do you think about sex?
Every waking moment.
Why do you think about sex all the time?
I'm curious about how it feels.
I'm sorry, but like them doing this to her, signing her up for cheer and like doing all these stupid things is just making it worse, you know? Like she's a curious teenager. She never should have been shamed for that because the reason she even flashed the cameras was because she was shamed for it and wanted to take back that like individuality and say like, no, you're not going to tell me what to do. Like I'll do what the f I want. And it's just so ridiculous to me that this is how they're treating her when it's like a ton of the students, if not all of the students, are doing said thing. Meanwhile, Betty is just thinking about it and having, I mean, I don't want to say like innocent, but doing like window sex. Like, come on, grow up. And then for him to be like, oh, that's for teenage boys. Like, shut the f up.
What about the girly magazines that my dad keeps hidden in his sock drawer? I found all of these.
Why would he
girly
store it in
magazines.
a place where she's like, could look for something?
Well, I'm just now realizing that I don't think I want to get married. At least not anytime soon, maybe never.
Okay.
I want to.
I do want to talk about this because I saw some people on Twitter that were upset about this when she says, I don't want to get married. It's in the same way that I was saying, like, this is an alternate universe in 1950s where they have no memory of anything in present day. So them, like, putting Cheryl back in the closet for her to have to come out again in the 50s was not covering up her sexuality, was not putting her back in the closet. It was showing us her coming out story again. Betty saying, I don't think I want to get married, isn't making it seem, it doesn't mean that in the future that's how she feels. It doesn't mean that's what she actually feels. She has no recollection of her life with Archie. So I don't understand why people are mad at that. To me, in my opinion, I can't take anything they actually say seriously until they start getting their memories back. Because anything they say is without any prior knowledge of their true selves. So her saying, I don't want to get married means absolutely nothing. And you know, bitch will bend the knee to Archie any day. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. None of this matters.
I got you something fun.
What are those for?
I would
I was in the
love...
grocery store, and I
Oh
just
my
thought
God.
the pictures were so pretty. I had to get you a few of them.
So I'm guessing he told her parents about the marriage thing. See, I'm petty. If I was her, I'd be like, I just want to get married so I can have sex. They're so annoying. Like, leave her alone. Get a job. Stay away from her.
What's all this about James Dean? As president of his fan club, I, along
President
with
of
my
his
fellow
fan club.
denizens, have been waiting for East of Eden to reach our little hamlet for months now.
Well, you're just in luck.
Why, pray tell, should I go to the Babylonium when the screen at the Orpheum in
Pray
nearby
tell.
Greendale
Love it.
is much larger, as befits the stature of my beloved Jamie Dean?
Is the Orpheum giving you and your denizens?
Can I just say though, that is so lesbian-like to be like a stan of a guy. Like, obviously gay girls like stan girls and whatnot, but I feel like before coming out of the closet, you're always like a stan of a famous guy. Like I for a little bit stan Justin Bieber. When I was younger, I stan the Jonas Brothers, but that was just because like I wanted to be them. But yeah, Justin Bieber until he became like a douchebag, and then Harry Styles. Like I still stan Harry Styles, but it's not like the same type of stan that the straight girls are, you know, like the screaming, like take your clothes off fangirls. I'm not that, but it's just so funny to me because I feel like every lesbian is like a stan of some guy when it's a completely different type of like fan.
I will deliver my fan club, the Vixens, and the Bulldogs.
Excellent.
It's wild because James Dean like wasn't even in that many things, but he's such a memorable name in Hollywood. Like, wasn't he in like 4 movies or something? 3 films. He was in 3 films, and he's like a household Hollywood name.
We make most of our money
Absolutely
from
insane.
popcorn and soda sales.
That is true.
What was all that about inviting
They
the Bulldogs?
scam you.
They're our hometown heroes. Of course they have to be there.
All the Bulldogs or just one in particular?
I like how they're just like her 2 gay best friends.
Shall I save you a seat beside me?
I am so here
I mean,
for them
surely you know
falling
what
in
Jim
love
Dean
though,
used to do in high school, I hope.
because I feel like we didn't really get much of that
He was a basketball star, Reggie.
when they first dated. We
Just
did, but we
like
didn't.
You.
Like, I like this, like, not enemies to lovers, but this whole, like, not phased to suddenly they got this, like, little thing and she's, like, chasing after him. I think it's cute. It's very unlike Veronica.
That'll be 25 cents.
Okay.
25 cents.
You
God
could
damn.
treat me to a milkshake after the show. You keep passing me the ball.
Okay, sure. Let's do it.
That shit gave me butterflies. Cute. Oh my god. The way she just, like, won't stop harassing him and then finally it works.
We can't play it.
What? Why?
It's been overexposed.
Play the damn movie!
Shut the fuck.
We are unable to screen our James Dean double feature tonight.
I knew it.
However, we are working on the problem and are rescheduling said double feature.
We did spend all this money on popcorn and
All this
soda to
money,
consume
bitch,
during the
25
double feature,
cents.
which is no longer happening.
Jesus.
Jimmy Dean died all over again!
Oh my god.
Hey!
Asshole.
You've got a business to take care of.
I do. The Babylonium's hanging on by the most gossamer of threads.
I figured as much.
Aw.
I'd happily take a rain check.
Yeah? Sure. Yeah, just let me know when's a good time for
They're so cute. Even cuter than present day. But I think that's such a unique thing that like all of the couples that are in present day are together, you know? But Reggie and Veronica broke up and their relationship was very like tumultuous, you know? And now they're going to be falling in love in the 50s. And then when they gain consciousness to their present day selves or go back to present day selves, they are going to have memories of the 50s. So how is that going to work? That's interesting. I'm kind of glad that they're doing that with a couple because now we're going to see like what comes of it, you know? Like how that's going to affect present day when they realize that they fell in love with each other all over again. But also I'm wondering in terms of like Kevin and Clay or like Midge and Fangs because like she's dead. She's dead. So like how is that gonna work? I would understand it more if Clay could somehow go, but is that even gonna make sense for Clay to go? Because oh my god, he's the best partner of Kevin by far. I don't know.
But I'm afraid that there are no more available prints.
You sent me a defective product. How is this my problem?
Ms. Lodge.
Right.
May I call you Veronica? I'm having lunch at the Polo Lounge with Monty Clift.
I mean,
Good luck to you.
yeah, it's her problem in the moment, but like you're the one that fucked it up.
It's RKO.
Be that as it may, Miss Lodge, we've already booked our picture at the Orpheum. Unfortunately, Riverdale isn't a market we're interested in cultivating. I don't do business with underage would-be impresarios, especially not when I'm trying to get into business with their parents. But good luck, Miss Lodge. You'll need it.
Oh my god. Oh, I forgot that they kind of like have a relationship with these people because of her parents in the film industry.
I've been waiting for this penny loafer to drop since I bought the theater out from under them. My last call confirmed it, but honestly,
They
I
probably
suspected
ruined
sabotage
the
from the
film.
moment we got that bad print.
I bet you they did that.
Boys, if we're going down fighting.
So they can't get like any movies
One of those
in general?
smaller studios.
It's gonna be hard to get people to come back though after that disaster.
What is your most vivid or frequent sexual dream?
He is sus as he is so creepy.
I'm the teacher, tutoring one of my students.
This is not in good taste.
It's Archie.
And what occurs
I
in
wish
this
I could enjoy this, but why would they write it like this? Like, listen, I understand that the Grundy stuff is in present day and that they have no recollection of that, but it's in really terrible taste for the writers to write that as her most common fantasy is being a teacher and hooking up with students. That is so tasteless. Like, considering they finally had Betty and Archie acknowledge it last season when he like kind of had a panic attack because of the heart-shaped glasses. They finally acknowledged that that was like fucked up, even though he was like so into it and stuff. They finally had him acknowledge that that's like a trauma he has. So why would they write this unless it somehow ties in to that storyline of his trauma? I don't see why this makes sense. It would make sense if Archie was having these dreams and it was like tying into his trauma because of what happened with Grundy. You know, because like I know you could have trauma and then you have dreams that are reoccurring that aren't exactly the situation but that relate to the situation, and you can tell that like your trauma is affecting the dream. It would make sense if this was Archie's dream. But Betty dreaming about being a teacher and hooking up with her students when her fiance in present day was completely taken advantage of, a victim of sexual assault. It just like, why did they write that? There were so many other things they could have wrote. She could have been like, my most recurring dream is when I'm in the principal's office and the principal's not in there and then I hook up all these boys. Like literally anything. Or like that they're both students and the teacher leaves the room or something like that.
Everyone's watching.
See, and she's like, they showed her be like proud of it, even when she was caught.
What are you always writing in that notepad of yours?
Notes, observations.
I hate that shit. I do not like when therapists do that. I went to a therapist that she would literally like, it wasn't like a notepad like that. She wouldn't like write stuff down, but she like had a sheet and she would write like little notes here and there to like help herself remember like the things that we talk about. And she would always be like, do you want to see what I wrote down? Because she doesn't want you to ever feel like she's like talking about you or just like right now, oh, this is a trauma or like this is what's wrong with her. You know, like she never wanted you to feel that way, which was nice.
I think it might be more about being seen. Period.
In what respect?
Being seen.
I could see that.
As a person.
Yeah, because females are also people.
I'm wondering if my interest in understanding sex is really more about understanding myself. Who I am.
And not even just the sex part, but like the things that she's trying to explore as a woman and like her sexuality as a woman herself and getting older and like having these feelings because she's a human being. And human beings have these feelings. Human beings want to have sex. Human beings have sexual desires, have emotions, you know? And so when she's trying to like do what teenagers do, and not even what teenagers do, like she was doing like honestly in terms of other stuff, a PG version of what teenagers do. She immediately was shamed for it and told that that was wrong when it's not wrong. It really isn't. I get not wanting to have your teenager doing that stuff, but telling them that it's wrong and that she shouldn't feel that way and that her feelings are like crazy and disgusting, that is how you emotionally damage someone and take away their identity, and they lose who they are and they don't remember who they are and they can't. I don't like that. I don't like when things are written in that way. And by that way, I mean, like, I don't like when female thoughts and stuff like that are diminished, you know? If it's a boy teenager, it's like, oh, boys will be boys. Boys always think about sex. Boys do this, boys do that. If it's a girl, it's like shame. Shame, shame, shame. And her having these desires and stuff, it's like her not being able to explore herself as a growing woman.
I mean, what better way to understand a person than to understand their desires?
Period. I think that's a breakthrough.
For The Tingler, filmed in Percepto, he put a bunch of buzzers under the audience seats, and when the monster of the Tingler appeared on screen, he would buzz the people and give them an electric shock.
That sounds dangerous.
It was just a mild shock.
Hey, it's like the original 4D movie experience.
How you've grown since the children's choir, Elizabeth.
All right, f***ing creep.
Why would I need to confess? What are you doing with my diaries?
Dude, I would run away.
Did you read them?
Elizabeth, I had to. You broke into my room and stole my diaries because my psychiatrist told you to?
Are you deranged?
Why don't you come to therapy with me? It might help you.
Right? You're the one that needs therapy, you crazy bitch.
Breaking and entering.
What do you write down in that notepad of yours? Breaking and entering.
Go steal his notepad. Honestly, I hope she kills him. Aw, this reminds me of like early Riverdale.
Come on. This always works in the Tracy True books.
The bobby pin lockpick strikes again. Slingshot, what the fuck? What is that stuff he's like confiscated from people?
It's about a relationship between a professor named Humbert and a young girl named Dolores Hayes.
How young?
Oh,
12.
12?
I mean, it's not the fact that that's what the book's about. It's the fact that like that's the dynamic of him and his students, especially Betty. Like asking in detail like what her sexual dream is. She should not return it and just keep it. Cause like what is he gonna do? Just assume that she broke in and stole the book? It's not like they had like security cameras and shit in the 50s. At least not in like school hallways.
But this is a re-release in stunning 4D.
Don't you mean 3D?
Oh no, 3D is still 1952.
I want to see a 4D movie. I have only seen like one, and then like the stuff in theme parks.
Now remember, boys, after you completely
I hope
cover
this
your
works.
balls with a layer of newspaper, let them dry before applying the next one.
I've never paper mached before, but it looks really fun.
Veronica, we're not actors. What would we have to do?
Aw, he's
Yeah,
starting to
what
like
exactly?
her. Oh my
Not
god,
much.
I ship them
All
so
told,
much.
it would probably
Even
be
more
about
than I.
2 minutes of work.
I loved veggie in present day, but like I shipped them even more in the 50s. So I feel like their relationship once we jump back to present day is gonna be like real cute. He is so down bad.
I have some very interesting reading to finish tonight, but don't worry, Doctor. I'm sure tomorrow we will have plenty to discuss.
She should have been like, and showing him the book. It's not like he can come and make a scene about it.
So glad you could make it.
Aw.
Before the
Where's
movie, you may
Tony?
want to take out a life insurance policy.
That's dope. What was it? I think what I saw was Shrek, if that was released in 40X. It was either I saw Shrek in 40X or I saw it in 40X at like a theme park. But I just remember vividly like the seats like moving, not like in Fast 10 because that shit was bonkers. But I remember they would like move and stuff and change and whatever. And then there was one time where Donkey like sneezed or something and he was like, and then shit just like landed on the audience, like the sneeze like hit you. It was so nasty. It's so weird because like you know it's not real, but it feels real. It feels like you just got sneezed on and it's nasty. Ooh, that scared me. Aw, they're enjoying it. Cute. Archie and Reggie. Also, why are the 3D glasses green and red? Hey, maybe she could like, maybe this could like be her shtick. Doing movies like this with 40X and experience, and maybe being successful with it might want other companies to like send their films her way.
By reading about Lolita's mind, I was hoping to better understand yours, Betty.
You're comparing me to Lolita.
So who are you in the story?
She is being coerced against her will, much like I am, Doctor.
Take him down, bitch. Take him down.
You are a kissing cousin to Humbert, only creepier. and it is completely inappropriate for you to be asking me all of these questions about my sexual fantasies and experiences behind closed doors. You think I'm obsessed with sex? I think you're the one who's obsessed with sex, Doctor.
Get him.
I think you're reading it for pleasure and some sick gratification, and I no longer feel comfortable being alone in a room with you.
Period. Mic drop, bitch. If I could drop this mic, I would. Damn. What do you even say to that? You can't say shit to that. Because even, let's say he's not a pervert, I still think he is, but let's say he's not, just really fucking weird, he could still see the similarities in that, and that's what's really disgusting, is like, you can't say anything to that because that's exactly how you're acting. So cute. Archie and Reggie are gonna have a job.
Yes, word got out, huh?
Better start paying them.
Our 7 o'clock show is already sold out.
You two sure know when to ask for a raise. Because I respect your moxie and your balls, I'll pay you $2 per show going forward. Those eyeballs are the stars. You want to squeeze me? I'm not interested. I'll get Kevin and Clay to do the gag. You can leave your balls with them.
They said, all right. Gotta go.
Maybe after tonight's show, we can try that date again.
Aw, I hope this doesn't, like, push him away. Aw.
But I'll tell you what. Come by tomorrow, and we'll see.
We'll see. Ugh, shut up. You're the one that was pursuing him, and now you're just like, if I have time.
Told him under no circumstances is he to give up on you.
Why?
She should tell her what she
He's
found.
going to fix you.
But
Whatever.
Alice is too damn stupid to, like, actually listen to the point, so I don't know if that even make a difference.
If you want to help me, then talk to me. Really, just talk to me. Stop playing this stupid game of telephone with Dr. Werthers.
Right. Be a fucking mom.
What happened? Things didn't always used to be so fraught between us. Something must have happened.
If this is what you're getting at a Dr.
How's
Werther's
the
sessions,
psychopath?
then maybe you're right.
But why does it seem like you're afraid of me?
Because she knows what Hal does.
Oh, Betty, please.
Aww.
Just talk to me, Mom.
I cannot wait for this cast, especially Lily, to be able to branch out and act in other serious shows or like dramas or like big movies and stuff like that to get recognized, because this show is super campy, super cheesy. The dialogue is cheesy, but like that's its whole thing, you know? That's just what it is. It's the kind of show that it is, and doesn't take itself seriously, but the cast without fail acts their ass off. Case in point, right there. I can't wait to see her succeed outside of Riverdale. I'm gonna miss them like crazy though.
What is going on here? And I heard the conversation you were having, Betty. Enough of it.
And you didn't want it to go where it was about to go.
This woman...
Stop speaking for her.
...is the most wonderful wife and mother in the world. And you think about...
Wait to go to work until he goes to work and then...
I've put her through?
Yes. When all she's done is sacrifice for you.
How?
Right. She better try to talk to her when he's gone. He is definitely controlling, that's for sure.
I relieved Dr. Werthers of his duties this morning.
She's gonna send her somewhere or something.
And mercifully, he's decided to not press charges against you for breaking into his office.
Tell her what you found.
That's good. So I'm stopping.
She's
you
like,
have all the answers.
Great. That's all I wanted.
You know everything. Seems to me that you don't need a mother anymore. Marvelous. I am not your mother anymore.
Fine. She's definitely being manipulated. I still fucking hate Alice, but something's going on.
I'm sure she'll be down soon.
Aw, she better come down.
Oh, I'm sure we can work something out.
It would be so iconic though.
I've
She's
always
like,
been a
actually, you know
fan
what?
of
Never
Riverdale.
mind.
Great town, superb audiences.
Looking forward to a long, fruitful collaboration, Peter. Can I call you Peter?
Good for her though for like
Sorry to have kept
not.
you waiting.
Oh shit.
Where's Reggie?
You got tired of waiting.
Good to know that she's not like gonna be bitter and be like, you know what? No. Aww. You need to make an effort.
Your parents no longer feel that you need or deserve their financial support now that you're such a roaring success.
I already know where I'll be staying. In the short term, at least.
She's gonna live at the theater? Damn. Aww. Good for her, though. She's gonna be a self-made queen now. I wish she would, like, go to talk to Reggie.
I've noticed some recurring themes. Time passes.
A comment. Oh, it says
Seasons
country.
change.
Thought it said comment. Or it says county.
We're still working the Rayberry suicide case. We need your help if we're gonna solve it.
So much for moving on.
Shit. Because they now believe it's not a suicide, I'm assuming. That was good. There we go. That was Riverdale Season 7, Episode 9. This was a really good episode. I, at first, was like, is this whole thing just going to be about Betty's sexual desires? But I'm glad that it wasn't, and it was more than just that. Again, I gotta say that the whole her being a teacher fantasy is so tasteless. The only way that it makes sense to me is if that has something to do with the Grundy storyline, because there's no way they just forgot about that situation, you know? And it's not like it happened and has never been brought up since like season 1 and 2 or whatever. It was brought up last season and into a moment where he was triggered by Betty wearing the heart-shaped glasses, and then they talked about that trauma he had. So like I said, it's not like they could have forgot. I don't know why they chose that. They could have had the same like schoolgirl fantasy thing going on by her being a student and the other person being a student as well, you know? Like, oh, I have this fantasy of being in the men's locker room and Archie comes in, you know, like something like that, or like everybody's out of the classroom and we snuck into an empty classroom. It didn't need to be of her being the teacher. And then it made it even worse that when they noticed everyone was looking, she just like smiled and continued. It doesn't make sense in my brain why they would write that, considering they've gone through a trauma storyline exactly that with her fiance. I don't understand. I really, truly hope that there's a reason for that, but I can't imagine it that there is, because 1950s Betty doesn't even know about that, obviously. But then again, maybe it could be a situation where, you know what? I kind of have a theory. This is me believing that the writers aren't that stupid and tasteless, okay? What if the reason she had that dream was because her present day self is like starting to trickle in slightly, like in their subconscious, and she had this dream of her with Archie taking advantage of him like Grundy did, you know? She could have a little bit of like, not trauma, but a little bit of, I guess a little bit of trauma as well, the fact that that happened to her fiance, you know? And what if in her head, her subconscious like created this situation, you know? But at the same time, they said it was like her sexual desire and reoccurring dream, but maybe it's because like 50s Betty doesn't have that memory. So in her head, it's just like, oh, this is my sexual desire. Does that make sense? And also they said, you know, it's this reoccurring dream that she always has, that she's the teacher. I have a feeling that may have to do with present day. I'm wondering if maybe we're going to start to see little jumbles of kind of memories in their brains. You know, like maybe she did have that memory in her subconscious, but her conscious self put that dream together as her and Archie instead of Grundy and Archie. Does that make sense? So like maybe we would see like Jughead have a dream of his dad leaving and moving away, or like, I don't even know what to say for that one. Just like have an indirect dream that they don't consciously understand is actually true, you know? Just like jumbled kind of memories that they can't quite put together because they're not conscious of their present day selves. I really, really think that could be what's going on, because I cannot believe or fathom that they would write that scene in being so tasteless. Like, I get that she and Archie have no recollection of that happening in the 50s, but like, why would you write that? They could have done any other sexual fantasy and they chose the teacher and the student, which is literally Archie's one of his biggest traumas. It just seems so stupid to me. So I hope that that's the case, and maybe that's how we're going to start seeing them get tiny little reminders that they can't quite piece together correctly, but that it's actually like a thing. I think that would be a really cool twist if that was the case. I'm so glad that the whole thing with Werther's is over and him being Betty's therapist, because that's fucking creepy. I don't care if, you know, obviously there's different books out in the world that are dark and have like dark storylines, and that doesn't mean that this book is disgusting, you know? It could still be a good book and cover harsh topics. But the fact that he's reading something that so closely resembles the situation that he has with Betty, and he's writing down all the stuff that Betty says and like asking her what her most common sexual desire is, like that's a red ass flag. And I'm glad that she finally stood up for herself. And I don't understand what's going on with Alice. Like I said, I'm assuming that Hal is manipulating her and threatening her, because I feel like the thing that she's protecting Betty from is her father. And so she's trying to shelter Betty as much as possible so that she doesn't get involved or have to find this out about her dad. I am pretty positive that the milkman, or the person behind the milkman, is Hal, because we're seeing everything kind of play out with the other characters in a similar way as it does in present day. So it would make sense that Hal's the one that is doing the killings, or is the one that like is orchestrating the killings. Veronica and Reggie earned my heart this episode. They're very, very cute together, and I'm glad that we're seeing them restart in a way that's like, okay, let's rewind and start from the beginning, and we have no memories of a relationship or anything, because it's going to be very cool when they go back to present day and get these memories and be like, wow, like I fell more in love with you now. And it just makes me wonder, like I could see Clay, I don't know, it's just kind of odd, because what are they going to do? Like, is it just going to be in the 50s and then they're going to snap and then everything is just suddenly present day? So that way, like, Midge is suddenly alive and Clay is there, you know? Because I can't imagine, and Julian, I guess, too, I can't imagine that they're going to have Clay just be gone once they go to present day, you know? And Midge is dead in present day. So maybe it is going to be a type of situation where they bring everybody, or bring that same universe and then just bam, back to present day and back to memories. And then maybe like the Midge that they bring back is like Midge from another universe. So like not even the same Midge, but like still the person Fangs loves. So that's going to be interesting. Same with the Julian situation, because in the 50s, Julian is Cheryl's brother, but in present day, Jason is her brother. So like, I don't know, I can't figure out in my head how that could possibly happen. I hope they don't pull a thing where like they do have to leave this universe and Midge and Clay get stuck behind, and then because of that, like Fangs and Kevin or whatever stay back in the 50s to be with their person. I don't know. I'm wondering if something like that might happen. It broke my heart that Reggie was like finally letting her in, and they kept trying to reschedule this date, and obviously things came up, but then when they finally scheduled it and he brought her flowers, she was on the phone the whole time, which was important, but like you made plans with this person who's been trying to be with you and that you yourself pursued, girl, and he's just been waiting all day and then leaves and the flowers are there. I was really hoping that she was gonna just like go to Archie's house and find him and talk to him. I hope that she makes an effort and that it's not just him making the effort, because she needs to make it up to him, in my opinion. I really miss Tony this episode. I wish she would have been there with Cheryl, but I'm glad that we're gonna have more time in a future episode to see them like start their relationship again. I'm just excited to see them like really try this time, where now everything's at the table. We all know Cheryl understands like what Tony's worries are, what her thoughts are about the situation, and they can just like take it slow and figure it out. There's just got to be something crazy going on with Hal and Alice, because I'm assuming that Alice was finally about to tell her, because she went from sobbing about to tell her something, and then Hal interrupted, to then the next day saying, I'm not your mom anymore. So something happened between then and now, because even though she was still mad at Betty, nothing like really happened at that point besides her starting to cry and about to tell her something. So I'm assuming that Hal is physically and emotionally abusive and pretty much told her, like, you're not going to tell her a damn thing. You're not her mom anymore. I don't know, just somehow manipulating the whole situation. Jughead is obviously depressed and trying to figure out what's going on. In the next episode, it seems like they're going to work together to figure out what really happened. But in the promo, Jughead had said something like, so you don't think it was suicide, or something like that, which like I thought would have been apparent when the police came to him for help. Like, why would they need his help if it was just a suicide? So I'm confused about that. But it was cute how they did the movie and they got like an old movie and then made it 4D. And it was kind of like that's the 50s version of 4D movies. I don't even know if that was a thing in the 50s, but maybe it was. I don't know. But yeah, I really felt for Betty this episode. She's just been treated like such shit and then preyed upon. Not only preyed upon, but then like not being taken seriously by her parents after the fact. I want her to just like up and leave and go live somewhere else. Go get an apartment with Veronica when she gets an apartment. You guys can go live together and just like screw the parents altogether. But it was really cute how they all just were so happy during that movie, and when the eyeball monsters came out and everyone was just laughing, and it was cute. It was nice to see everybody like that. I feel like she's gonna like really make a huge business out of this. And of course now all the people at the big studios are like, we want to send you this thing, like we got to get you to this stuff. And then she's just like, she's a good businesswoman though, because like I feel like I would be petty and just be like, no, you said no, so I'm not doing it with you. I want to see the Reggie and Veronica storyline so bad. I want to see them fall in love because they're so cute. There's something about like watching them fall in love again that's just so special. Like Tabitha and Jughead, like she's just kind of got back, so we haven't seen that much of them together, but I love watching them fall in love together. And then like Betty and Archie are Betty and Archie. They've loved each other since they were little kids. So that's like not as different. But because in present day, we really didn't get like that big of a storyline for Veronica and Reggie, like what in terms of like when they first started falling for each other. And so to get it now and to see them like really, really fall for each other is just like really cute. And I'm so here for it. And Veronica is just so good at being self-made and finding something. Even present day, she's got her Babylonium. Like she's just killing it. I love it. But yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen if she's gonna live there at the place, or if she's gonna find another place once she has the money to. Take Betty in, be roommates, get her away from her crazy ass parents. But yeah, like I said, also I am getting a little bit nervous in terms of when they're gonna go back to present day, because like I said in the intro, they only have like a few weeks left of filming, I think. So and the current like pictures we've seen has been in the 50s. So they better at least start getting their memories soon, because I'm also thinking too, like if there's like 3 or 4 weeks of filming left, I can't imagine that that's like more than a couple episodes at the most. I would say like an episode, maybe not even 2 episodes. So it kind of seems like we're getting like 1 episode of present day, which pisses me off. So like, are we gonna get like the finale, they get back to present day, we see like a little bit of stuff aftermath, and then the end it's going to be like 2 years later or some shit like that? I just think that would be annoying to me, because here we are at episode 9 and they have 0 recollection of their present selves. They have 0% in terms of figuring out how to get back there. So how is that going to come about, and when is that going to come about? Because I hope it slowly starts trickling in their mind, which is why I hope that Betty having that sexual fantasy about being a teacher is like her subconscious trying to tell her something. I don't know, but it kind of just feels like we started a new show over from the beginning, and I don't like that. So I'm here for the 50s though. I really like the vibe of it. I just want them to start like understanding and getting to that point, because if we see them like getting their memories and like whatnot in a few episodes, I'll be fine with them going back to present day in just the finale, because at least we would get them as themselves in the 50s. Does that make sense? They would actually be the characters that we know and love, just haven't been able to get back to present day yet. So I don't know what to expect, but I love this episode. I thought it was really, really good. I think that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys for episode 10. Thanks for watching.